Okay, all right. So we should be able to see this. Let me know if y'all can see the shared screen. Hopefully y'all can be able to see that. Okay, good. You can hear me. That's great. Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and kick this class off. Again, this is the Wellness 101 class. I'm Racheal Barth, and I'm delighted to be bringing you a class talking about essential oils, but then again, we're just kind of talking about the whole lifestyle. Essential oils are not a addition to that or a substitute to natural holistic lifestyle. They just add an extra amazing bonus to being able to support the body in a really amazing way with the how God created the oils. So we'll get into that real soon here. And hey, everybody that's saying hello. Real quick disclaimer, none of these statements that I'm saying, I'm not a doctor, I'm not licensed, so I'm not here to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. All the information I just hope will be able to support and teach you to help build better health for yourself. If you have any medical questions, please consult with your medical doctor. Just be aware that your doctor may not be trained in using the Young Living essential oils. So we suggest that you do your own research, always research really good, and be a well-informed advocate for your own health. We seek to create a community of women and men who support each other on the path to wellness using non-toxic, safe, and natural approaches. So again, don't forget there's going to be a giveaway live at the end of this, and you will only be able to enter into the giveaway live, okay? So at the end of this live stream, we'll be doing the giveaway for a Christmas Spirit, 5 ml of Christmas Spirit. And here I'll show you just so you know I actually have the product. It's not just a picture. The Christmas Spirit. We have in the Christmas foaming hand soap, and I'll share a little bit about that at the end, and I will do the giveaway at the end of this live. So you want to be commenting away, you can share this post, give it loves, and I will do the drawing as soon as they're done. All right, so I'm going to kick this off with just sharing a little bit of personal story and why I do what I do. My name is Racheal Barth. I am a certified raindrop therapist. I'm the oldest of 10 children. I'm a doula. I just love being able to share and teach on the tools that God's given us through the plants and specifically the Young Living essential oils. So I'm actually a transplant from Vermont. So I'm actually a Vermont girl. I was born in Vermont, raised there 15 years of my life before we moved across the country to Texas, where my mom is actually from. And being here in Texas has given me such an opportunity to be able to meet many new friends and many new sweet people, and to just to learn a lot too along the journey. So my passion has always been, especially in the area of helping others find ways to support their body and that of their family's overall health. I've always been very intrigued by studying the amazing design of the human body and using the tools that God's created and the natural holistic way of supporting it to do what God created it to do. So that's a real quick glimpse about who I am and what I love to do and my passion. Why do I share specifically Young Living oils? So I'm going to get into that here. My mother's health actually collapsed 6 years ago. And so that's why I do what I do, because God brought Young Living into our lives in about 2016. My mother's health actually collapsed 2 months after my youngest brother was born. So it's been a long 6 years on finding tools that have really helped and things that really didn't help. And so that's really grown my passion even more to learn and study the things that God has given us that actually work in the human body and their original medicine. So kind of in a nutshell, I'm not going to be able to share real in-depth just for the sake of time, but like I said, my mom's health collapsed. What she experienced, we unknowingly knew at the time, was a severe autoimmune disease. And if you private message my mama, she can share much more details. She also had, as a result, a severe autoimmune collapse. Her adrenals collapsed as well. And when you walk into, this is not bashing the medical field at all, because we definitely have the medical field there for a reason and they serve a purpose. But when you walk into doctor's office after doctor's office and, do phone calls and telemed, everything like that, and you get no answers, you begin to have to research for other answers. And so that's kind of what we did. And through much praying and digging and learning, she began to find some things that assisted in her recovery. One of those things, of course, included just a more holistic, natural lifestyle. So trying to eat clean. If that sounds overwhelming to you, it's okay. You can do this. It just takes little tiny baby steps of deciding you're going to swap this product out, or you're going to flip this label around and read what's in there. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just means that you need to take little steps. And if you can make little steps, then you're doing a good job. And don't be overwhelmed. Don't be, just make the little baby steps, because they make all the difference. And so, as I will get into it, you will find out that that's what my mother had to do when she was introduced to the oil. So she had to take baby steps, and that's okay. It's okay to start with this little baby steps if that's where you can start. So after we did a lot of digging and stuff, her cousin introduced her to Young Living Essential Oils in 2016, the spring of 2016. So she'd been sick for several months there, and we've been researching and looking for answers. And she called my mother up and said, I found these oils. And by the way, quick little backstory to my cousin. Her cousin had many rounds of chemotherapy, radiation. She'd been on steroids because of a tumor wrapped around one of her optical nerves that she had struggled with for years to be able to combat and work with. And she finally got to a point where she couldn't do that anymore. It was killing her. The doctor said, we can't continue this. This is just going to kill you. So we're going to have to look for some other answers. And that's when she was introduced to the essential oils through Young Living. And actually an awesome doctor by the name of Dr. Ollie, who's written several awesome books and has been amazing help to my mother as well. So anyways, hopefully you're being able to track with me and I'm not scrolling too much, but through that, her cousin said, you should try these oils. And my mother was like, okay, I'm not sure about this. I have tried, she tried several different oils over a period of 20 years, and she'd had various experiences, most of them being not so good, and her discovering that the quality issue was definitely a very big issue. And she was finding oils that were causing reactions and all sorts of things. And so she wasn't really sure she wanted to dip her toe, into something else and try something else that could very well be sending her the other direction and not actually helping aid in her healing process. So her cousin kind of explained how like the copaiba is helping with her grandma's seizures and just some different things that were really helping her body at a cellular level to be able to repair and do what God created it to do. And so she said, okay, do they have any products that are totally free of toxins? And they said yes, or she said yes, excuse me, they have their Thieves line. So that's actually kind of where we started. And we'll touch on Thieves a little bit again. But she said, we have the Thieves dish soap that's free of any junk and toxins. And so my mother grabbed that and she got the actual starter bundle of oils. That's where I started. That's where she started. And if you have no idea what the starter bundle is, we'll get into that later and you'll understand what some of the uses of the oils are that we learned later on as well. So she got her bundle and she got the Thieves dish soap, and lo and behold, Jason didn't have any issues or reactions to the oils in the soap. And in fact, it cleaned the bottles very, very well, which is the main reason she got it, was to clean his baby bottles very clean, at the same time, not leaving any toxic residue. And then she also started with doing a little bit of frankincense and some frankincense Epsom salt foot soaks. And that seemed to really be helping her. And so over a period of about 2 years, she just started making little steps. And by the grace of God, she began noticing a huge difference in her health and just in her overall energy levels and her weight and her adrenals being supported. And you could always private message my mother and ask her kind of what she did and get really more details. This is very, very brief, and I wish I had more time to get into it. So how did I come into play with really wanting to be intrigued and wanting to share oils? Well, it was a year of 2017. I had been needing lots of hormone support. I was needing lots of adrenal support myself. And that's when I started trying using a blend called Root of Valor that was really helping me with just supporting me during that time of the month. And then I was also using started using an oil called Progescence Plus. And if you have no idea what that is, if you're in our little community group page on Facebook, I can tag you in the post so that you can read more on that. And I also have a whole video I did on YouTube. But anyways, scroll moment there. Just a few products like that really started helping me. And the main thing that I saw that made all the difference for me was when we swapped out our Thieves Cleaner, or excuse me, all of our toxic products, cleaning products in our home for the Thieves Cleaner. I always, on Saturday, always felt so groggy and just nasty. And allergies were really, really bad and things because we were using just other cleaners in the household that were filled with toxins, fragrances, synthetic, just a lot of junk. And one of the number one things in a household is cleaning products that really tax our hormones. They tax our brain, they tax our gut. You'd be surprised how much those things in our body actually affect it. Not to say that when we smell or inhale something, it hits major organs in the body in 3 seconds. So we swapped that out and I just noticed a huge difference. And then when I began witnessing what my mother was seeing, how she was doing and responding to the oils, I began to want to study more about it. And when I got my bundle in 2017, I was like, I want to share these. So what am I sharing about as far as the bundle and oils and all that? Let's get into talking a little bit about what oils are and how they support the body. Okay, so what are oils? So what are essential oils? Essential oils are the most powerful part of the plant. They are distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, fruits, rinds, resins, and herbs. Oils consist of 100 different natural organic compounds. Now, again, notice these are organic compounds. They're not toxic. Yuck. In humans, they provide support for every system of the body, including our skeletal system, our muscular system, our circulatory system, our endocrine system, hormones, respiratory system, and immune system. They support the brain and a healthy weight. They are used extensively for supporting the limbic part of the brain as well as emotional support. So they've been used for thousands of years for beauty aids. An oil in a diffuser can help a child's tough day at school. Studies have shown that lemon oil, yes, I believe, or lemon and peppermint oil, I think it was lemon oil. No, it was peppermint oil, increases a child's focus by 80%. So imagine if you could share an oil like lemon oil that's a pure oil, not adulterated, and have them diffuse that in their classroom and what benefit they could benefit from this themselves for the immune support, but also their students with their focus and concentration. Their oils are amazing for calming. They're a calming effect when you've had a stressful day. Oils can be used as an alternative to cleaning chemicals in the home. You can literally start swapping out every single chemical in your home to live a pure lifestyle, and you can do it without breaking the bank. Okay, so I want to show you real quick a video of Valor and what it looks like when you put this in the body. And um, this is an essential oil blend that Young Living has developed. And I'm just going to let you watch this real quickly. Young Living has developed. So that is what Valor looks like in your body. Isn't that pretty amazing? Okay, so we're going to get into talking about the oils and how they affect the body. So the kit we're going to be training on today is the Young Living Premium Starter Kit. This bundle is steeply discounted and is worth over $412. It's discounted to $165. By no means do you have to start here, but this is the place where I recommend you to start, and this is where I started. And it's such an amazing playground. And as we get into it, you'll understand why these tools in this bundle can be such an asset and support to your wellness in almost every room and every part of your house. So the kit contains um, the 12 full-sized bottles of oil, a desert mist diffuser with 11 different colored light settings, including a candle setting. So right here, this is an easy swap for any toxic candles in the house that could be causing cancer, that can be causing just inflammation in the body, that are causing our hormones to be disrupted. There's a whole list of nasty things that the that the candles do to affect our health. And I'm not bashing you, because I loved candles at one point, but when I learned how bad they were affecting my hormones and my systems of the body, I said, no, I'm not doing that. And now I've actually gotten creative and have a lot of fun recipes that you can do with a diffuser that smell like a candle but support the body and smell amazing. So let's get into talking about what this bundle can do to support for the body. So you get respiratory oils in this bundle, you get pain oils, you get immune support oils, you get stress oils, you get emotional oils, you get digestive oils, oils for alertness, oils for fear, as well as internal and aromatic and topical oils. So this is a great powerhouse product in this bundle, as well as Ningxia. And you'll see later on when we cover a snippet video that covers a lot more of Ningxia, and we have a whole class dedicated to Ningxia, and the class is amazing. You do not want to miss that one. Okay, it also contains Thieves, the most affordable and oil-infused plant-based cleaning line on the planet. I love this kit because it gives you a whirlwind sample of all the best products that you can get in your living, in my opinion. Okay, so let's talk about how you use oils. So you're probably like, okay, that's a bundle, but how in the world do you use these oils? Okay, let's talk about that. You don't need to be an aromatherapist to use them, and in most cases, just rub them topically on the skin. There are three main ways to get oils into your systems. The English apply it topically, which means to rub it on the skin. The French ingest and cook with it, and the Germans diffuse and inhale. How do they enter and how long do they last? Tests have shown that the oils reach the heart, liver, and thyroid within 3 seconds when inhaled. They were found in the bloodstream within 26 seconds when applied topically. Expulsion of essential oils take 3 to 6 hours in a normal, healthy body. Pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, let's talk a little bit about history now for a second. Oils were first mentioned by the name in the biblical book of Genesis, chapter 37. When Jesus was sold to the slave traders, they carried spicery, balm, and myrrh. Genesis ends with the burial of Joseph's father, anointed with myrrh. There are over 1,100 direct and indirect mentions of essential oils in Scripture. Some of the oldest cultures on earth used essential oils. The Babylonians used cedarwood, myrrh, and cypress. The Egyptians used essential oils for beauty and embalming. They have the oldest recorded deodorant recipe made with essential oils. Pakistan and Rome used essential oils in communal bathhouses. They were even given to Jesus, and we know that Jesus was given frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense was sometimes referred to as the coconut oil of essential oils because it has over 10,000 uses, including helping to support the body and fighting against, I can't mention it right this second, but essential oils were also used during the medieval Europeans. It was only after World War II, though, when oils were rediscovered, and the science on their usage grows with every single year. So, do essential oils work, you might be asking? We used to buy our essential oil from the health food store or in bulk food stores. In the United States, there is no rating system for essential oils. It would be wonderful if there were, because then you know what you were buying. If you walk into a grocery store and you look and you took a box of cereal and you flip it around, you'll see nutrition facts on the side. There are no nutrition facts on the side of oils. That means you have to know the source that you're buying it from. You have to know the company you're purchasing from. So what seed to seal and what sets Young Living aside? I'm going to try to explain this real quickly. So the one thing that sets Young Living apart from other oils companies is our seed to seal promise. Let me break down what seed to seal actually means. At Young Living, we do not strip constituents to make our oil smell better. We do not mix species of the same oil. We do not spray weed killers or pesticides or herbicides or use genetically modified seeds. We spend $12,000 per acre and hand weed lavender instead of the industry standard of $60 per acre for the $60 per acre for the same plant. The industry standard is $60 per acre because spraying with pesticides is much cheaper than hand weeding. We do not distill with solvents like hexane. Our oils are not tainted with mercury, arsenic, glyphosate, or any poison because our fields are untouched by toxic chemicals. We harvest at the exact time of day that Young Living's research team has found to be the ideal time for that specific plant. We know when the peak is because of the extensive library and the oldest and largest globally compiled from nearly 30 years of research at the farms on 6 continents. Okay, so here's a picture of kind of farms we have all over, and there's actually even more than this, but here's just a few to give you an idea. We test 8 times at the farm, then again at Spanish Fork. Gary grew Helichrysum essential oil at St. Mary's, Idaho, then Mona, Utah, then Mediterranean country of Croatia to watch its scores on our seed to seal testing. We don't know where it grows natively. We grow where it grows best and produces the most effective oil for the body. Our farms are all over the world. You can visit them yourselves, any of our farms if you like, because we are transparent. That's one thing I've not found with a single company yet, is that you're actually able to go and visit the farms. That's pretty awesome. Pardon me while I grab some water. Okay. We test 8 times at the farm and then again at Spanish Fork, Utah. And then again after bottling. We do 24 tests per batch to make sure the oils meet our standards. Then we do third-party testing with 2 accredited, respected independent labs. Young Living's oils are tested by scientists with over 180 years of combined lab experience. Most of the scientists were hand-trained by Gary himself. Young Living is a global leader in essential oils with nearly $2 billion in sales annually. That means those that use the oils keep returning because they work. There are 3,000 global employees, 600 life-changing products, 16 corporate and partner farms, and more than 20 international markets, 50 highly trained scientists, 12 independent labs, and 6 million global members. Those that use the oils keep coming back because they work. So let's check out this video real quick of the farm. By no means does it cover the intensity and awesomeness of the actual farms. But I want so badly, once I reach silver, to be able to take a bunch of my team members to the farms so that you can actually experience the farms and see the farms for yourself. I can at any point myself, and you can too, but I want to be able to help y'all be able to go. So, and go with me when I go. So here's just a clips of the farm. Here's the distillery, and you can go and see all this and witness the whole process. Okay, so let's talk about the seed to seal. You can check out seedtoseal.com and see the purity for yourself. To say that Young Living is the same as a generic brand or off brand at the grocery store makes no sense. They are 2 completely different products. Why use an oil to get away from the chemicals, toxic chemicals, than use an oil laden with toxic chemicals? You cannot have a quality without cost. The 2 go hand in hand. Eradicated mechanically separated rib meat is not the same as pasteurized grass-fed organic beef. You get what you pay for. We do understand that in every other industry except aromatherapy, a third-party lab doesn't make a pure oil. Saying your oils are pure doesn't make them pure. Integrity, hard work, and high standards do. That is seed to seal on why Young Living is different. It is our promise of purity. You can learn more about seed to seal at seedtoseal.com. All of our oils are shipped from around the world to Spanish Fork, Utah, where they go where they are run through vigorous 8-point testing to ensure purity. The tests are then run in triplicate at the farm, at Spanish Fork, and a third time before bottling. What does that mean? Testing is thorough and precise. It's why we don't buy from a mom and pop's oil shop. They don't have the team that's necessary to stay on top of hundreds of oils and blends. They don't have seed to seal. You can visit our farm. So why can't you just buy oils at the grocery store? It's purity. You get what you pay for. I have seen bottles of frankincense for $7 at the grocery store. But at best, it costs more than that just to distill that oil. And by the way, please don't buy your oils from the grocery store, especially frankincense. Frankincense is amazing. It's got some constituents in it that are awesome for fighting against cancer. If you go and pick up an oil from the grocery store, there's a big chance that that oil could cause cancer for you because of the ingredients in it. I highly do not recommend that, even if the oil is cut or fractional distilled, which a lot of companies out there do, even ones that tout to be the same standards as Young Living. I'm not bashing companies. I'm just presenting actual facts about it. There are studies that are coming out that are showing what effects actually happen when you do have a fractional distilled oil, which is a cut oil. It doesn't have the full constituents of a pure essential oil like the seed distilled oils. Okay, so it should be a red flag that the oil has been altered in some form. This photo is of our frankincense resin being distilled at proper temperature for days to pull out the best oil. The labor to distill the plant is one of the reasons it is so costly. The only way to sell it, $10 to $12, would be adulterate the oil, or you would make no profit selling it at that cost. That picture is actually of my sweet friend Sarah, who actually has it actually went to the farm in Oman when they distilled it for one of the trips that they did, and she's holding that actual the resin in her hand that they're going to distill, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. Here's another picture, and these are all true pictures of the plant. Frankincense trees must be tapped like maple syrup trees. That comes close to home because I lived in Vermont. We tapped the maple trees and got maple syrup. It was a pretty fun and awesome process, but lots and lots of work. So that's why I can appreciate the seed distill standards and how they distill the frankincense. The resin will ooze out and but quickly turns to hard resin. You can see the bottom of the screen. It takes a long so right down here at the bottom over here on this plate is where you can see it. It takes a long process to turn it into the oil you see in the frankincense bottle, or you can distill this with solvents, which may cause cancer. You can have an oil much, much more quickly and at lower cost and labor costs as well. But then you have the solvents in your oil. Young Living does not use chemicals, solvents to extract frankincense. That's what seed distill is about. We do the things that the hard way to get the best oil. Okay, so oils fall in the world in 4 different categories. Authentic, manipulated, perfume, synthetic. Authentic oils are 100% pure with no added synthetics and no additives in the bottle. These are Young Living oils. Manipulated means that the final product has been made to smell more pleasing and less earthy. Some of the heavier molecules have been stripped out, or an additive has been introduced to enhance the aroma. Perfume oils are not pure. They are mixed with synthetics to enhance aroma. The oils have no therapeutic action and frequently salt are used to extract the oil. Synthetic oils are not true oils at all. They smell nothing like the original plant and are typically labeled as scented products. And the biggest greenwashing label I've seen lately is on used to be a favorite deodorant I would get that was really clean. It was made with charcoal, and on the front it says no synthetic preservatives or toxins or synthetic synthetic fragrances. And you flip the bottle around and all the ingredients look pretty good till you get very down to the very bottom, almost like 5 ingredients up, and it says pure pure fragrance or something like that. And I was like, what in the world? Like, it's fragrance. Fragrance is fake. It's not good. It's something that actually they can do to hide really nasty ingredients behind because of trademark laws. And so that is gross. It's not something you want on your body, especially on your lymph nodes, which is one of your main ways to get into your lymphatic system, which if your lymphatic system's clogged up, then a lot of other things can be. Okay, sorry, sidetrack. Hopefully you were tracking with me. So authentic is the only true pure oil, and synthetic oils would be like opening your fridge, taking a glass of orange juice and diluting it 95% with chemicals before you drink it. It wouldn't have the same benefits as a full glass of just pure orange juice. That's what authentic oils are. Before you purchase, check to see if the company grows their own plants, has seed to seal, and controls the entire process from the seed from the farm to the sealed bottle. And this includes even like Young Living's partner farms, them overseeing that full process, them giving them all the tools, them having the scientists there. A lot of companies will say, oh, we have partner farms. We don't actually have our own farms, we have partner farms. But when you really research, which this is coming from me, by no means have I done as intensive research as some people have done, but I have done quite a bit of research. And when you really get down to the bottom of it, when they see about overseeing the full process, they don't oversee the full process. So that's a huge red flag. And then if they fractional distill their oil, that's a huge no-no. So anyways, side note there. So the whole process needs to be seen. Otherwise, pesticides, pollution, or previously farmed land can be something that they do, and it all affects the quality of the oil. So why go the extra step of using oil to get away from a chemical only to use a oil that has the chemical? It really makes no sense. So I want you to see the impact of spraying crops with pesticides and what it can do to the human body. There was a study done by Sweden that was cataloged in a video called The Organic Effect. This is pertaining to food. However, when it takes 10 of thousands of rose blossoms to make an ounce of oil, the oils are even more concentrated than food. So pesticides sprayed on a crop will be even more concentrated than food, like an apple skin. This is why we don't spray. So I'm going to let you watch this quick video.
Most of what is grown today is treated with pesticides. That's not so healthy for the environment, but does it really affect us? Meet the palmbok family. They don't eat organic food.
Det kostar mer än vanlig mat. Det blir en stor skillnad när man är många i en familj.
But for the next 2 weeks, the palmboks are going to eat only organic. Before they begin, urine samples are taken from each of the family members. And it turns out they have a number of different pesticides inside their bodies.
Vi hittade framförallt insektsmedel, svampmedel och stråförkortningsmedel.
Vi äter insektsmedel.
Ja, äckligt.
Ja.
So, everything in the kitchen is replaced, and they begin eating only organic. Then, another round of samples are taken, and now, almost all the pesticides have disappeared.
Vi vet ju väldigt lite om långtidseffekter av att äta mat som har besprutats. Speciellt med tanke på att studier har visat att kemikalier i kombination kan vara långt farligare än kemikalier var och en för sig.
När man får höra det här så tänker man framförallt på barnen. Det är många kemikalier som har lämnat deras kroppar och jag vill inte ha tillbaka dem i mina barn.
Okay, so there's a quick video that kind of gave me an idea of why trying to swap out for organic food is a better option, definitely, or at the very least, look at options that are non-GMO, because the effects on the body are huge. And of course, beware of something that does say organic, but then when you flip it around on the body, or excuse me, on the bottle, it's still going to say something like fragrance. Even if it's labeled under organic fragrance, it's still not good. Okay, so Young Living's seed to seal promises of integrity. The plants are harvested at their peak, but then they're put through the vigorous seed to seal testing process before they go from the farm directly to your home. Seed to seal is not a slogan, it's a promise. And I've done a lot of research on it and never been to the farm yet, but I have a lot of friends that have, that I can trust and that I know that have true integrity and want the best products in our homes. So why do some oil companies sell their oils more cheaper? It simply comes down to the fact that most oils are sold cheaper because companies cut corners to save money. If you spread crop with pesticides, you have more crop to distill. If you use chemical solids to extract the oil, you pull more out. If you dilute with a cheaper oil or a carrier oil, you stretch the oil you have distilled and can easily sell it more cheaply. So is the audio great on this still? I hope it's okay. Let me know in the comments if it's not good. Okay, so how are oils made? It takes a great deal of work to make a tiny amount of essential oil. 60,000 rose blossoms provide only 1 ounce of rose oil. Lavender is abundant. 200 pounds will provide 7 pounds of oil. Jasmine flowers must be handpicked by hand before the sun becomes hot on the very first day they open, making it one of the most expensive oils in the world. It takes 80 million hand-picked blossoms to produce 2.2 pounds of oil. That's a lot of blossoms. A sandalwood tree must be 30 years old and 30 feet high before it can be cut down for distillation. Dairy sandalwood trees must be 90% dead before they are harvested. Essential oils go a long way though, and are cost effective. So a little goes a long way. Most oils cost $10 to $30 per bottle, depending on the oil's thickness or viscosity. A 5 ml bottle contains about 90 to 100 drops. And a 15 ml bottle contains 200 to 240 drops. Each application is 1 to 3 drops. Meaning even a small bottle will get you 45 to 90 applications. Thieves Cleaner is made of plants only, and it costs about $1.50 a bottle to make. You can't even get that in the organic section at the grocery store. It replaces all of your multi-purpose cleaners, your glass cleaner, and your floor cleaner. The organic versions of those run you around $6 a bottle. Thieves Cleaner and Thieves Hand Sanitizer come in that starter bundle we talked about. So let's talk about Young Living. Oops, sorry, I skipped a slide. We actually have an entire class on thieves, and I highly recommend, again, if you can get to this class, because we just cover so much information that I can't cover in this class that would be blowing your brains and just like, okay, too much information. And again, I hope y'all aren't getting overwhelmed. We actually have this class on a whole textable podcast that's much shorter, that gives you a breakdown of some of these main points that I've already covered on. So there's an entire class on thieves, and I highly recommend you get the thieves products in your hands and get to the thieves class as soon as we announce it, because it's such an amazing class, and it's got so much content in it that it would be awesome for your family. Reach out to the person that actually invited you to this live stream, and they can get you to a thieves class or send you some info on it. It's our second class in a core of 5 series of free aromatherapy training that our community offers. We love to come alongside you and train you in simple, easy steps. I'll give you a little tease of the power of thieves in a couple of slides. For today, I recommend you start with the starter kit and add Thieves Essential Rewards bundle to your loyalty rewards bundle. In one swoop, you can affordably replace about every chemical cleaner in your cabinet. So let's break down loyalty rewards. You're going to see that it used to be called Essential Rewards on this slide. It is now called Loyalty Rewards. It's a program that pays you back 10% immediately every day. On everyday products you already use: toothpaste, shampoo, dish soap, and 600 other products. After 4 months, you get 20% back. And then after months 25, you get 25% back. Imagine walking into your grocery store and buying your cleaning supplies, personal care items, and getting at every single trip that you go, you get 25% of your whole purchase back. That's pretty awesome. I don't know one company that gives you that much back. If so, reach out to me and let me know on the products that have the same standards and everything, because it's pretty awesome when you can get a prize and get money back for it. So that happens when you that happens on every single one of your loyalty rewards orders. That is in addition to the 24% off retail you're getting when you start with that starter bundle. The discount is for life. You are never obligated to order, and there's no yearly membership fees, just deeply discounted oils, oil-infused products that are some of the purest in the world. If those two perks aren't incredible, there are more. When you order for yourself instead of at the grocery store, you'll also earn points back and free oils for certain tiers. The freebies for this month are awesome. And I don't have a slide in here to share them, but I wish I did. But here's kind of a breakdown of what you can be getting. On the loyalty rewards program, this is how I got a lot of my products for free and was able to afford them and try them. But not only can you get your starter bundle to count towards this first order today, but you also get but that's $100 earned towards loyalty rewards freebies. If you check out the bundle, it never again counts towards that loyalty rewards discount. But you can still order the bundle at other times. You just don't get that same chance to get it off on your loyalty rewards. This is why I recommend loyalty rewards at checkout. It's because it saves you the most money. And again, you can cancel it. There's no strings attached at all. How much? Check out this chart. This chart that I have right here that you can see is just kind of gives you an idea of how much you can save every single month by placing orders on the loyalty rewards instead of on the regular one-time order button. Over 5 years at 300, that's $16,050 that you'd be saving. So for those of you that are about the math, which I'm not a math person, that might mean something too. So my favorite loyalty rewards bundle is that Thieves bundle, and that's where I started one of the second months I was in when I'd started with Young Living. Let's take 60 seconds to look at the power of Thieves. This pan has been through 11 dishwasher loads, and it's been through a full scrubbing with steel wool, and there's still soot marks burned in the metal. Let's see what Thieves and a little baking soda can do together. So this is on Thieves. This is using Thieves Cleaner and some baking soda.
All right, guys, so we're trying a little experiment here because we just had a wow moment with lemon oil, getting all the grease off of the bottom of a pan. And this pan is particularly difficult. Like, this has been through multiple dishwasher loads, been scrubbed multiple times. My sister loves to deep fry stuff with coconut oil. So it's like not coming off. I mean, you have a scrubby, right? Check and show. We're just gonna scrub it and show you that it's not going anywhere. Like, this has been through multiple. It's one of those things where you scrub as hard as you can, it's not going anywhere, right? So we grab some baking soda. It's pure baking soda and Thieves. And we're not going to use all of this Thieves, but we'll pour a little bit of each in. And yep, just like a little sprinkle. We'll put a little bit of Thieves Cleaner in there. See if we can make some headway on this pan that's been through the dishwasher so many times. So if it's something that I just cooked, I put a couple of drops of lemon, and lemon just makes that pan amazing. If it's something that has been there for a while, you can't get it up, This is my go-to. A nice good paste. We're gonna take it over to the sink. Let's do a good rinse on it. And following the pan. Let's see, after multiple dishwasher loads and soap and all the other good things, what this really nasty non-scrubbable pan looks like. Just are you in 5, 4, 3, 2. Bam! Thieves Cleaner to the rescue.
So if you're wondering if Thieves Cleaner actually does the job, yes, it does. And I wish I had another video on here to show you as far as how it actually cleans the yuck and junk on your counter, such as like chicken stuff after you've like done chicken. So you can get the idea. It does do the job. And I have a whole RN who actually did a video on that, which is kind of cool. But back to talking about oil, if oils are safe. I'm going to try to cover this real quickly because I don't want to keep y'all too long. This is the final bit of our 101 class, and we're almost to the end of our hangout time. So I really hope you've enjoyed all the science and knowledge and testimonies. We'll talk safety and then get you experience for the oils yourself. Then our class is over today. Many people ask, if oils are so powerful, are they safe? That's a totally legitimate question, but I will try to cover it in a short amount of time. There are certain oils that are photosensitive. That means you don't want to wear them and go outside. These are mostly your citrus oils like citrus fresh, lemon, etc. When you're using them on your skin, always watch for redness and dilute with a carrier oil. If you don't know what a carrier oil, it's simply a bigger fatty oil, which is not an essential oil, which is bigger than molecules of essential oils. Oil molecules of essential oils is what I was trying to say, that are much bigger. Oils are very small, essential oils molecules are very small. They're smaller than viruses. So the fatty oils just slow down the absorption rate. And they can be like olive oil, a good source of coconut oil, the V6 carrier oil that Young Living carries. Those are your carrier oils. You'd always want to probably dilute oils with children because their skin is more permeable, especially if they're just trying the oil. And the oils are absorbed more quickly. Again, your carrier oil is just a fatty oil like olive oil or coconut oil, and you can find that in your kitchen most likely. Using carrier oil with essential oil slows down the rate of the absorption rate of essential oil because it must ping pong through the larger molecules of the carrier oil to get into the skin. So on the flip side, let's talk about on the flip side. Be wary of putting oils topically near the skin, like some oils like peppermint, which can cause a burning sensation. If you're placing the oil near an eye, apply a Q-tip instead of tipping the bottle towards your face. You can become desensitized to using an oil if you use the same oil the same one day after day. That concept right there, which I just read, is a snippet that Sarah shared, and studies have proven that to be a pure essential oil using Young Living's essential oils to be a myth. They don't work the same if it's a true essential oil. It's not a cold pressed oil. So do keep that in mind, that you don't have to be worried about actually swapping your oils out, because for me, I use peppermint oil almost every single day. I use Peace and Calming almost every single day, which is actually pictured in our slide here. So you don't have to rotate it. I do recommend you trying different oils and just seeing how your body responds to them. What about internal use of essential oils? Good question. NAHA, the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, which is one of the top aromatherapy organizations in the United States, does not advocate for essential oils for internal use. Why? Most companies don't carry GRAS essential oils, generally regarded as safe, is what GRAS stands for. And many argue that internal essential oils use is unsafe. And I would agree in certain circumstances. Um, you need to make sure that you're checking with the labels first. Young Living's vitality oils are approved for internal use, just like a food additive. You have been consuming essential oils for most of your life. For instance, they're just in a more adulterated form. For instance, like your wintergreen, your spearmint when you chew your gum, or in a very minute, tiny amount in your dried herbs when you put oregano on your pasta. So Naha bases a lot of their decisions off the British model, which advocates for topical use only. Many of the British studies are flawed. For example, they are done with extremely high doses or in ways that the oils aren't used. Young Living utilizes all three methods: the British, French, and German. The French have been using essential oils safely internally for decades. Young Living's Vitality line has distinctive white labels so you can easily recognize when an oil is safe to take internally. On the flip side, look at the ingredients of what you're putting into your bathroom and in your kitchen. Every day we put products on our skin and our body, we breathe them in, but many of these products contain many damaging chemicals. The average woman applies over 300 chemicals to her body every day just through soap, makeup, shampoo, hair care products. 80 of those products are before breakfast. That's a lot of toxins. And this is something I really started evaluating a few years ago as I was getting older and wanting to just, make conscious decisions. And I'm grateful for my mama, who always really tried to help and educate us on ways that would better support the body and that wouldn't be taxing it. So when you use Young Living essential oils, you're using a product with one ingredient like lemon, oregano, or tangerine. There are no synthetic additives and no yuck. So let's talk about the bundle. Let's start. Let me tell you how I started. I started with a premium starter bundle through Young Living, and I've never looked back. This is why I'm doing the class today, because I love them so much. And all these oils that you can see pictured, I use almost every single day in one way or another. I've got Raven right here. I've got Copaiba. I've got Thieves I've been using. I have Lavender in my purse that I carry with me. Panaway. I'm also using Panaway. I put some on just before I started this live because it helps me with alertness, helps with supporting inflammation levels. We'll get talking about it in just a second. But excuse me. You don't have to you don't step away from toxins and then want to go back to them again because of the difference they make to your body. The difference it makes when you don't have them taxing your body. You'll find that your chemical cleaners start giving you headaches when you're around them. So when you kind of detox your body of that and stop using those products, you'll be able to more better identify it. Some people are like, well, they don't give me a headache right now. And just wait till you've been away from it a little while, and you might notice that they are giving you a headache because your body's been detoxed and they haven't been desensitized to that anymore. So the first step is just making those little baby steps to a chemical-free lifestyle. If you're a frugal person like me, this is a great starting place because it's half off. The cost of Panaway and Frankincense are worth the value of the entire kit. That means you're basically getting 10 bottles of oil, Ningxia, 2 Thieves products, and a diffuser for free. This is the best bang for your buck. Let's run through the oils in the kit. Frankincense. So I'm going to swap right here. We talked about this at the very start of the class. Here, one change. I'm just going to check to make sure nobody's telling me anything. Nope. Okay, so let's talk about frankincense. Frankincense is one of the oils that were valued more than gold in ancient times because of its extreme worth and rarity of being able to get that oil. It's one of the gifts that were given to our wise men. One of the wise men gave to our Savior, Matthew 2:11. for everything, frankincense is great for head to toe. The people used it for gum to chew. The gum was made into pills to treat thinning of the blood, chest pains, cholera, and it was an antidote to all known poisons. It was good for healing bone fractures. And we're just talking about frankincense in general here because I can't talk about specific brands. Otherwise, I'll get flagged. It helps with supporting the body. It's regular. Is it okay to heat the oils? The rule of thumb is not to heat the oil. But go ahead and put this in a hot drink. The exception is a diffuser that uses heat. When an oil is heated, it is diffused. The smaller molecules evaporate first so that you're not getting the full benefit of the oil. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm totally mixing this up. So when you diffuse an oil, that's an amazing way to do that. When the oils are heated, however, the smaller molecules evaporate very quickly. So that's why you don't want to heat the oil as much. So let's talk about medical uses of frankincense. And I'm just talking about frankincense in general here. It's very anti-tumoral. It's an immune stimulant. It's an antidepressant. It's a muscle relaxant. It's great for respiratory infections, insect bites. It helps to reduce swelling and speed healing. It helps to improve concentration, mood elevation, insomnia. It helps to strengthen brittle nails, and it's great for stretch marks, ladies. So the oil is an adaptogenic, and it's amazing for supporting that limbic part of the brain because of it's very, very high in the sesquiterpenes. So it's nicknamed the king of oils. It's nicknamed the king of the oils. If you know why this oil is used, is known as frank. The essential oil is made by steam distilling the milk white sap that we mentioned earlier. So how can you use this oil? It's great because it has so many sesquiterpenes in this oil. And you might be like, what in the world is sesquiterpenes? Just Google that and you can see it kind of helps to increase the blood-brain oxygen. Frankincense is high in sesquiterpene oils and is the top brain oil. So frankincense helps to support hormone levels. It can act as a sleep aid. It's good for easing digestion and flushing extra water out of the body. This oil is great for muscles, its joints, tendons. It helps to reduce pain and improving mobility. It may help your gut to function properly. Because the resin in this frankincense helps to reduce inflammation in your gut. It's amazing for oral health. If you go over to Oman, areas where the people over there chew frankincense resin, almost none of those people have cavities. And you might ask why. They chew frankincense resin, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So you can use it to brighten your skin and work out aging spots. You can use it for dry skins, for dry skin. You can use it on irritated skin for tightening pores, for reducing redness. You can use it for your nails and cuticles to strengthen the roots of your hair. So where do you put it? Wherever you're working on your body. If you have a cut, don't diffuse it. Usually use topically on the cut. So kind of the idea of it is if you have a cut, you're not going to go stick that oil in the diffuser. You're going to actually use it on that. If you kind of get the idea there. Okay, let's talk about lavender. That was definitely a very detailed description of frankincense. And again, I was just talking about frankincense. I wasn't mentioning a specific brand there. Okay. Lavender. Let's talk about lavender. And yes, Young Living does have lavender. Lavender is soothing oil. It's a numbing oil. It's great for the skin. It's known as the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. So it's got many different uses and is great for the skin. Oops, sorry about that. Lost my slide here. Okay. we're talking about lavender. You can use this in nighttime baths. It's one of the most supportive oils for the skin. And like I said, it's referred to the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because of its many uses. I love using it for bruises, blisters, rashes, bug bites, and mild burns. It's also great if you need to kind of shut off your brain. Sarah loves to use this to diffuse. It's a great sleeping aid for some people. Again, I want to note this real quick as a disclaimer. My mom, she tried lavender oil thinking it would help to support her sleep because she was having such trouble with that. And it didn't help her asleep, but what it did help her with was what was a more dire situation, need in her body, which was her nervous system. Lavender is amazing for supporting the nervous system. And what does your nervous system do if it's kind of haywire? It's not going to be able to calm down if it's not being supported, thus making it hard for you to sleep. So don't get your hopes up if an particular oil doesn't help you with sleep, because again, sleep is more of a topical band-aiding issue. There might be something deep in the body that needs work on and not just the sleeping part. Okay, so lavender is also great for occasional stomach irritation. It's also great for hair growth. Lavender works as an expectorant. So one of my favorite recipes is a drop of lemon vitality and a drop of lavender vitality and a teaspoon of raw honey for coughs. Several studies show results with application of lavender for memory, mood, and overall cognitive function. Just the odor of lavender seemed to help various test groups stay relaxed and focused when they were asked to do stressful tasks or improve their ability to recover feelings of well-being after exposure to stress. So if we're talking about stress here, this is a topic we've been covering in a little community group on Facebook. Lavender might be something you want to stock up on. Okay, let's talk about digize. Oops, I think my slides are a little bit out of order here. All right, let's talk about digize here. My grandmother loves this oil, and if she was on here, I would get her to share her testimony, but I've used this many times when I had kind of the mild, in parentheses, kind of stomach things, whether it was that time of the month, or maybe it was a time where you can't stop the upchuck. Digize is something you might want to put on your stomach. Digize is a stomach soother. So the oil is a combination of essential oils of peppermint, patchouli, juniper, ginger, fennel, tarragon, anise, and lemongrass. Its the greatest use is gastrointestinal distress because of its high concentrations of menthol, gingerol, limonene, camphor, and several other compounds. Digize has a long list of benefits, including soothing indigestion, boosting immune system, and lowering inflammation. Some of my favorite uses for this oil are nausea and vomiting, but also detoxification, headaches and bloating, cramping, and constipation. Digize's effects on the limbic system promote feelings of calmness in the body. My friend Racheal, I actually have a friend named Racheal, loves using this oil to help with uninterrupted sleep. If you find yourself getting worked up over small things, this is an oil to diffuse. This is particular oil I don't love diffusing, but apparently I might diffuse it for this. So, anyways, tarragon in the digize is good for hormone fluctuation and for using during heavy cycles. Digize internally is good to support for menstrual cramps. It's also good for dry skin and stimulating fresh growth of new cells and giving you a healthy glow. So there's a packed amount on digize, and you can take this in a capsule. Again, you can diffuse it if you want to. It's not my favorite oil to diffuse for the smell sake of it. But you can also rub it topically on your skin, like on your stomach area. Okay, talking about Raven now. Actually, we're talking about peppermint oil. So let me click back through my slides here to the correct one. Can y'all still hear me well? If you can, would you mind giving me some loves or some thumbs up so that I know that y'all can still hear me? So peppermint essential oil. All right, so peppermint essential oil is amazing for giving cooling sensation, helping calming effect to the body to relieve sore muscles when used topically. It's wonderful on the back and on the neck on a hot day. If you run for fun, try some on the body beforehand to cool you off. It's great to freshen bad breath and to soothe digestive issues. It's great to have effect on the gastric lining of the colon because of its ability to reduce muscle spasms. Peppermint oil, basil, and panaway on the temples, forehead, and brain stem is my go-to for headaches. That was a testimony by my friend Racheal. It helps to improve mental focus, which is one reason I love peppermint. I use this all the time on my brainstem. I love to use this oil and for highway hypnosis. It wakes me right up, and this is so true. I use all the time. It clears the respiratory tract and boosts energy and is wonderful for sinuses and muscle pain relief, especially when paired with lavender on the joints. Add it to your shampoo to stimulate your scalp in the morning. Peppermint is great for itching and neutral bug repellent. It's good for sunburn relief, bloating, gas, hot flashes, acid reflux, and it's effective to reducing cavities as a natural mouthwash. Rub 1 to 2 drops behind your ears or diffuse it for nausea. It acts as a discongestant and is soothing for the teeth, even wisdom teeth. There are more than 300 studies on peppermint oil right now, 2,300 on menthol, or one of its active constituents. The science doesn't lie. Incorporate it as part of your routine. Okay, let's talk about Raven. I can get my slides together. All right. Raven is a powerful breathing oil. It's a blend of 5 essential oils, including Ravinsara, which is a cross between the nutmeg and clove plants, Eucalyptus radiata, or black pepper oil. Wintergreen is powerful oil for head tension. Peppermint and lemon, which have also we've already learned about. Raven is comforting to the chest and throat. So emotionally, I love using this oil on my chest and on the back. If you know anything about emotions, we know that certain emotions are lodged in certain areas of the body that affect something physical on the body usually. And for me, I loved Raven and on the back of my neck, in the area of where your lungs are when my grandparents passed away. It's amazing support to the body and being able to help those emotions not be lodged in certain areas of the body. Okay. So it's one of my favorite oils among animals. If you hold it up, they will walk to it. One of my favorite uses for Raven, if you want to get creative, is use it for breathing. In addition to your diffuser, you can put 5 drops and 2 cups of Epsom salt bath in warm or hot water and soak for 20 minutes. You can sprinkle a drop on your pillow before you sleep. Raven helps to dilate and open and strengthen the respiratory system. If you are struggling with anything breathing, you may want to give this a go. Its profound effect on the nose by reducing inflammation in the nasal mucosal membrane. A little known fact about Raven is that it helps to strengthen the adrenal glands as well because of its relation to nutmeg. If you don't have nutmeg, that's another oil that you might want to have on hand if you're working with the adrenals. Okay, peace and calming. There's this oil. It's one of my favorite oils. Peace and Calming is a gentle, sweet blend of ylang ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy, and it's one of Young Living's most popular essential oil blends. With calming and sweet aroma, this blend is one you'll love using during your children's bedtime and for yourself after the house is settled down. This is great oil for anxiety, stress, and tension. The orange oil in this blend helps you remember good childhood memories. It's calming to the nervous system. Ylang ylang helps you be more in tune, focusing on certain thoughts and filtering out garbage. Blue tansy in the Peace and Calming is gentle liver cleanse and helps to calm the lymphatic system. This is good oil for emotional balance to help the body to relax and helps dreams to be visualized more vividly and accurately, especially if you're in a place of no hope. So the way it works with the emotions and limbic part of the brain doesn't give you hope. This little bottle of Peace and Calming definitely doesn't give you hope, but it helps work with different emotions and different receptor sites in the brain to do what God created it to do. And it's pretty awesome when you actually start studying it. So you can help use this oil this is great oil to diffuse if you wake up in the middle of the night easily. It's a great one to apply it on behind the ears of your pet if they're scared of thunder or stressed. It's great if your child's having lots of temper tantrums. With 2 drops of this in a carrier on their belly, you can diffuse 4 to 6 drops of this at night to relieve teeth grinding. This one smells so pleasant that it's one I wear perfume. Another great tip is to wear the oil if you have teeth grinding right on your jaw. And that's something I've had an issue with and love Peace and Calming for that. This is one of my favorite oils to gift to new moms. I do doodling, and Peace and Calming is almost always something that I say. If you're a mom, you need Peace and Calming. So the difference in Stress Away and Peace and Calming is that Stress Away is for prolonged use during the day. That is specifically for that more flight or flight time in the body that your body's experiencing. It helps the stress that comes on fast. Gary formulated this blend specifically for children. I'm loving that he was thinking of them, but us adults love it too. Okay, so let's talk about Panaway. And as we go through this, if y'all want to drop below and tell me what your favorite oil is so far. We're getting our next oil that we're covering is Stress Away. And I had a specific person who was joining this live stream that said, are you going to cover about Stress Away? And I was like, yes, we are. So Panaway oil is a powerhouse. It was formulated by Edgar Young after he was down with a serious injury that damaged his leg ligaments. He used it for pain management. Many get the entire premium starter kit just for this one oil. He used it for pain management, and Panaway can be used to soothe muscle inflammation, boost energy, relieve stress, and for headaches. It aids in pain relief, shortness of length of time for wounds to clear up, soothes menstrual discomfort, and increases circulation. It has the minty smell that leaves a cool, tingling feeling on the skin. Once you get your starter bundle, open this up and rub it on the bottoms of your feet. It may become a daily routine. Panaway is good for reducing bruising. It feels good on the sciatic nerve, shin splits, and sore muscles, as well as injured tendons and ligaments. It relieves growing pains in children and teenagers and provides relief after a hard workout. This is a great oil. If you are having skin discoloration, 90% of early aging isn't isn't wrinkles, it's skin discoloration. If you're sluggish midday, the oil increases energy levels. This oil with frankincense, it's also good with recovering from injuries, surgeries, or extended illnesses. This is an oil that I use this summer a lot with a sweet family member who had 2 hip replacements, and the results I saw were pretty awesome. So Panaway is definitely something you want to have in your life. It's something that I don't go without. It's almost as important as peppermint oil is to me. for the benefits that it provides my body. Okay, so the oil is good for stiffness. Sorry, I slipped to the next slide. This oil with frankincense is also good for recovering from injuries, surgeries, or extended illness. Combined with peppermint, wintergreen, and clove, Panaway oxygenates muscles and tissues that need relief and improved blood flow to speed for lengthy time it takes to get on your feet. This is a #1 headache oil. Try it on your temples, forehead, and back of the neck with some basil oil. You can add this, the basil oil, to your loyalty rewards order. I would encourage you, if you never tried the oil, make sure that you use this oil with a carrier oil. And when you're applying it to your temples, use a Q-tip, and always, please tip the bottle away from your eyes. You don't want to be tipping the bottle towards your eyes and then getting it into your eyes. That can be very uncomfortable. Okay, let's talk about stress away. Okay. Oops. All right, so stress away is an aromatic vacation blending lime, vanilla, copaiba, lavender, and cedarwood. All of those ingredients are expertly mixed with exotic scent of Ocotea, a unique Ecuadorian oil with the perfect balance of tropical and citrus oils. Stress away is uniquely relaxing oasis in fast-paced world. I love massage stress away into the ends of my hair so it wafts around me all day. Copaiba oil is the stress away blend, is a rare oil that supports the body's natural response to irritations, supports healthy digestion. It can be used on the lower and upper back. It's great for knots and tension. Emotionally, this oil can help you. If you feel like really angry and things, it helps with you to unwind and stimulates the limbic lobe of the brain. It helps you to process and overcome stress. It's a great oil to help you feel secure with yourself and the environment you're in. The cedar oil related directly to the cedar of Lebanon mentioned in the Bible. So the stress away is another great use of it is to rub it over your stomach, because the way this oil affects your cortisol levels. It's great for just helping to regulate those and just help them to be supported. Okay, moving on to Valor. How many of you on here love Valor? Valor, is definitely one of my favorites. Gary was inspired to create this blend after he read the ancient Roman soldiers who would bathe in essential oils as a part of a 3-day ceremony before they prepared to go to war. The oils they put on their shoulders and feet that would just help support their body. Valor essential oils are designed to anytime I'm afraid, I douse myself in Valor. Whether it's an interview, speaking opportunity, a date, or a tough conversation. And this is my friend Racheal speaking. This is not me sharing this. Constant stress increases cortisol and free radicals in the human body, both of which accelerate aging. So anything I can do to help my stress lower is a good call. I also like Valor for fine lines, sunspots, joint pain, jaw pain, and storing. So application tip, you put it on the nose, the top of the nose, and under the nose. Physically, this is my favorite oil to rub on a stiff neck. In fact, its nickname is actually chiropractor in a bottle. Valor has the almost same electrical frequency as your bones. Valor has a very low frequency of 47 Hz. Bones have an electrical frequency of 45. These frequencies together allow the muscles and tendons to relax the bones and vertebrae to move. Think energy is a bit weird. God designed it. Your whole body is an electrical circuit communicating with electrical frequencies from your brain through your nerves, down your spine, and to every organ. Valor is one of the most unique oils in the entire starter bundle. It's the oil of endurance. Okay, so let's move on to talking about stress away. Or sorry, not stress away, citrus fresh. Oops. Back up here real quickly to Citrus Fresh. And we're almost done. Thank y'all for hanging with me tonight. All right, Citrus Fresh. Let's talk about Citrus Fresh here. It's called Liquid Sunshine. This blend of orange and tangerine and grapefruit and mandarin lemon oil with a hint of spearmint. Add 20 drops of this in a full bottle of Young Living's Art moisturizer. It supports healthy skin tone and feels like a spa for your face. This beautiful oil helps to affect the detoxification of the body. So it's a wonderful choice for your water bottle. The mandarin oil in this blend is great for irritability. I love to diffuse it as the kids wrap up their school to lower stress in our home. If your family is snipping at each other, silently get a diffuser going with Citrus Fresh. The grapefruit blend helps to calm each one. In simple terms, it helps you not to overheat. On the flip side, if you are overheating, if you feel like overeating, you can also use this in marinades and amazing guacamole, yogurt, and vanilla frosting. It's also great to add Ningxia Red. This is a great blend for stimulating creativity when you need fresh ideas. So oils, it's also an oil that is very emotionally balancing. It's calming and relaxing and helps to relieve fear. So interesting enough, the Citrus Fresh stimulates the right side of the brain, which controls the creativity. So that's pretty cool. But with the mix of citrus oils combined, it helps to bring greater mental focus and clarity, which is largely dominated by the left side of the brain. Citrus Fresh works with both sides of the brain to help release fear and stress because it balances the body and brings the equilibrium. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It can be uplifting and relaxing stimulating simultaneously. Okay, let's talk about Thieves. Sorry about that. Where's Thieves here? I skipped too much. All right, let's talk about Thieves. Thieves is arguably the most famous oil in the starter bundle and the most famous oil in the entire world of aromatherapy. It's the oil that put Young Living on the map, basically. It was blended the first time in 1992 before Young Living was officially launched in 1994. The 5 oils in the Thieves blend were mixed after Gary studies at Warwick University in London. He read 17 versions of the Thieves story, which originated during the Black Plague of the 15th century. There were 4 key botanicals that were in those stories: cloves, cinnamon, rosemary, and lemon, 4 of the same ingredients that make up the Thieves blend today. Thieves has held up numerous studies of offering almost unparalleled protection against mold. It is a key cleaning ingredient, and is used in the entire Thieves line, which includes dish soap, multi-service cleaner, hand soap, laundry soap, the hand purifier, the Thieves hand sanitizer, excuse me. A journal of essential oil research report found Thieves significantly reduces the number of airborne bacteria when diffused and prevented transmission of pathogens. Thieves neutralizes purifies the air to get rid of strong odors. Use it in baking soda to freshen up your carpet. Rub it on your feet for immune supporting foot massage. Thieves helps to neutralize bacteria and viral pathogens. It improves digestion. It helps to strengthen the bones, lowers fevers, and strengthens the respiratory system. The oil is a potent antiseptic, disinfectant, and antibacterial properties. According to the report published in American Journal of Essential Oils and Natural Products, it is used as a home remedy for colds and flus. It can reduce the enzyme that creates inflammation in the body, COX-2, by 25%, according to the clinical study in Japan. It improves respiratory health, according to another study out of Italy. One of the constituents in Thieves eugenol has bone preserving properties. It is known to stimulate the absorption of minerals. Clove oil in the Thieves blend is soothing to aching teeth. Put Thieves on open cuts. Gargle with us if you have a sore throat. Apply to the chest and throat with V6 when you have a tight chest. Chest tightness, excuse me. Place 10 drops of Thieves Vitality and 8 drops of oregano, which is not in the bundle, but you can still get, and 2 drops of Frankincense Vitality in capsules 3 to 5 times a daily for sinus support. Apply Thieves to skin's blemishes. You can put a drop on a pimple to make it shrink and disappear. You can put drops on your feet at the onset of a cold. You can spray your plants to repel insects, mold, and bacteria. You can place on the tip of your tongue to help you stop smoking. So I don't think we have any smokers watching, but if you are, no shame at all. But Thieves is amazing for helping with nipping that habit. Taking Thieves Vitality internally, 2 to 3 drops of a day to get rid of warts. For the loss of your voice, put a drop on your tongue with V6. Drop directly on toe fungus. So Thieves is something I constantly use all the time for supporting my vocal cords and my voice when I go to sing. I'm always dropping that in. Again, remember to keep your carrot oil with you. Thieves also helps to pull slivers and splinters to the surface of your skin. So you can apply to skin with V6 if for poison ivy. You can spray or diffuse. So this is an amazing oil to diffuse, especially if there are past trauma. If you have someone who's had a lot of trauma going on, if you're feeling like you're in a situation that's too much to handle, you can smell Thieves. It accesses the amygdala gland. It's the gland in the brain that holds the emotional grief, and it's only accessed by scent. So the amygdala gland, if anybody on this call has ever studied the amygdala gland in the body, it's pretty neat and very, very interesting. So Thieves is an awesome blend. So there's a lot of different studies that if you want to get with me afterwards, I can give you the studies and links to all this afterwards. So I think we covered every single one of these blends in this bundle. I wanted to share just a real clip about Ningxia Red. Again, I'm going to say most of this for the Ningxia Red class, but Ningxia Red is something that for me is a staple supplement, and I would encourage you to get it and have it be a staple supplement, even if you're just taking a tiny bit because of the benefits. I'm going to play a real quick video that shows the effects of Ningxia Red on your blood, and then we'll cover just a real little bit about it before we wrap this class up.
This is a blood sample of somebody before taking Ningxia, and this is actually a great example of an unhealthy cell. See how it's stacked like coins? What this means is the cells are right on top of each other. There's very little surface area to them. A lot of it's crowded, which means can't get a whole lot of oxygen in there, which means can't really detox itself, can't breathe, can't take in nutrients, can't detox. Oxygen is what we really need to emit what we don't need, take in what we do need. So this person was given 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. 15 minutes later, this is what their blood looked like. Isn't that awesome? So that's a healthy state in the body. So how many of you guys drank your Ningxia Red packet when you walked in?
Okay, so there you go. There's just a little bit about Valor, or not Valor, sorry, Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red, you can get it in 2-pack with your bundle, the oils bundle, which is the specific bundle we're talking about tonight. It doesn't taste crazy. It doesn't taste like crazy crunchy cardboard, organic, non-juice yuck. It's just a mixture of berries and lemonade and all the goodness. But the antioxidants in this little packet are waza. The juice is so good for you that the entire class, which is in our 5-course series with the 103, I totally recommend. You don't want to miss any single drop of that class. It's really good, and I'm planning on doing an in-person one here really soon. So for the ones of you that are local, we'll get together and I will do some fun things with Ningxia, and we'll do a whole class on that. And it's going to be really, really good because the content in that class is awesome. It's also one that has been huge in my mother's recovery. The Lord's used this little juice packet that's combined that Gary put together to really help her in aiding her health journey. Okay, so we already played that video. Of course, we got the Thieves products, which I've already mentioned, but we've got a whole line of Thieves. We've got whitening toothpaste, we've got Thieves spray. The Thieves spray is great for just spraying on any disgusting areas, like airplane seats, shopping carts. I use it as a mouth spray. I'm not telling you to do that. It's just what I do. But swapping out your hand sanitizer for Thieves sanitizer, I highly recommend. Two of the most common hand sanitizers out there contain isopropyl alcohol, which kills good bacteria and can cause alcohol poisoning. 6 teenagers in 2012 in California were poisoned after drinking hand sanitizer. Now, I'm not saying any of y'all are going to do that on this call, but they also contain chemicals and hormone disruptors like tyrosifol, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, tyrosifol acetate and cross polymers, as well as fake fragrance, which is nasty. These hand sanitizer is safe stuff that's all that I use now. It's made from denatured alcohol, which does not hit you like ethyl alcohol, and peppermint, clove, rosemary, cinnamon, lemon, and that's what we use for all my siblings as well. So I'm going to issue the 3 cabinet challenge. I know I just covered and threw a lot at you in this space, and I went way over the time. So thank y'all for each of you who are hanging with me. Y'all are amazing, and I hope you gained a lot out of this. This is the starter bundle that you can get started with and get back with the person who shared this live stream link with you. And if you don't have anybody who introduced you to this live stream, get to me and I will help you get started with the bundle or any oil that you want to get started with. If this is all a bit overwhelming to you, you can always just start with one oil or maybe a couple oils, whatever you're convicted on. But the bundle is something I highly recommend to start with because it's an amazing playground and place to start, and is where I started. Okay, so I want to wrap this up with the challenge. It's the 3 cabinet challenge. So I believe in training long after this class is over. The oil thing is a lifestyle. It's not a single class. I'd like to invite you to accept the 3 cabinet challenge. Go home and look at products, and y'all are watching this on live stream, so you're probably home already. So go grab something in your home right now. Any 3 cabinets, pick things that you've used for years and take a look at the ingredients. Look on the back of the bottle. If there's the ingredient that you're not familiar with, type in Google with the words dangers of before and just look and see what the dangers of are in the product or that ingredient. And you'll be blown away at the poison lurking in your cabinets. So you can get your oils for free. I believe very much in helping you to be able to budget, do it budget friendly. So if something in this class probably convicted you tonight, something probably hit you in the gut. And I know when you get home and you try this, I know you're going to want to share this with your family and friends. When you start using these to clean your home, it's going to be different. And I want to come alongside you and train you and your friends and family in this toxin-free lifestyle because it's made such a difference for our family. I want a chemical-free life for your mom, your best friend too. My goal is for you just to bring a place for you so that you can order your oils for free forever. So that it's never a burden on your budget. If there are 3 of your friends that you can think of. And our next time that we get together, invite them to that class and we'll get together and we'll share them. Young Living is a referral based business, so you can share your link and you can bless them and they can bless you at the same time by helping you get your products for free and all of their friends. So Young Living is so much more than just oils. We have oil infused cleaning line. We have our Savvy Minerals makeup, which is totally, they ban over 1,500 toxins and nasty ingredients. The European standards are only 1,300, or maybe the standard's a little bit higher. Someone can correct me in the comments, but there's so many different products. There's household products, there's products for pets, there's products for almost every area of your home. So I'm willing to come alongside you and help you learn. We're learning together. I want to be able to give you the blessing of the oils and the seed to sale products for your family. Talk to me after this class if you want to learn more. Young Living is one of the best decisions that I ever made, besides accepting the Lord as my Savior. That's one of the best decisions I could have made, was swapping out the toxins in our home. So you might be asking, what does this look like? I'm going to play a quick video by my sweet friend Sarah. We need to do a video sometime, but we don't have one yet. And just kind of show you what it looks like in her home. Maybe you're kind of having a hard time visualizing what this might look like in your home. Oops, scroll too far. So this is just kind of Sarah showing you what it actually looks like in their home with oils. They have 5 children, and so you can kind of get an idea. So they use oils in the garden. They use oils in the car. We've got a fun little car diffuser there. They use them in their laundry room. They use them in the kitchen. Vitamins, supplements, oil infused with a supplement is much more efficient in the body. So of course they got their Ningxia supplements. Young Living's got some amazing supplements. You need your minerals to absorb all those good nutrients in the body. They use them to clean with, they use them for their pets. Use them in their bedrooms, diffusing the oils at night. Oops, he's got his Ningxia again. Effective ways to get oils in the body. And remember, again, when you inhale something, it hits organs of the body in 3 seconds, which is pretty awesome. It's something that I try to do every day. If I can't diffuse, I'm wearing like a diffuser bracelet or something, which just gives me the support, and it helps to support other other people around me and their system. So it's pretty awesome. Okay. So you can kind of get the gist of it, an idea of it, how they use it, every kind of corner and nook and cranny of their home, which is awesome. So that was done by my friend Sarah Harnish, and you can go to her page if you want to learn more. So you're probably asking, how do I order, Racheal? How do I get this into my hands? Well, get back with the person that shared this video with you or oils with you, and they will share their referral link with you so that you bless their family, and they can invest in you and give you hooked up with all the information and tools so that you can keep growing and learning on your journey. You simply just go to youngliving.com, you put in the referral number of that person, and order your bundle. And you might be asking, do they have any other bundles? Yes, Young Living actually has 8 other bundles that you can start with. So get back with the person that introduced you to this video. Again, I highly recommend getting started with that oils bundle, but if you want to get started in a different place, you totally can. They've with the actual oils bundle, which is pictured in this video here, you can actually get 4 other diffuser options with that bundle. So you can totally get one of those options too if you like. So what now? You're probably wondering, what now? Well, just to recap this, I highly recommend that you get back in touch with the person that recommended you with that. The oils and things have been such a help to our family. If you don't have anybody, get with me, and we will go over other classes. In the comments, if you're watching this on live stream, let me know if there's a particular workshop that, they're not usually this long, but we went pretty long with this one. But if there's a particular workshop that you'd like to be part of. We also have a free YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Racheal Lee 18. So Racheal _Lee _18. Racheal is spelled Racheal. So you may want to follow me on there. Okay, so again, you can take and do that. And now it's time for the giveaway. So y'all have been so patient. So I'm going to go through the comments real quickly and add all of the entries. So let me do that real quickly. I'm going to stop my share. We're going to go over here and enter everybody in. And again, this was drawing open to everybody. So I will share my screen here real soon. I'm going to enter in Faith. I see Faith on here. 1 second as I go back to our actual live stream. We go back to the live stream. We got Faith. We've got a bunch of y'all on here tonight. So hopefully I'm getting every single one of you on here. All right, we've got Sarah, we've got Mama, we got Jeannie. Okay, we've the giveaway we have tonight is pretty awesome. So I hope y'all will be blessed by this. We've also got Julie on here. Okay, so reset wheel. Okay, so I'm going to reshare my screen here real quick. If I can do this. And I'm just using a free spinner here on Google. And we're going to spin. and see who the winner is, if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, so we just click to spin. So I think we had 4 entries. Yes, I think we had 4 entries. And I can't see y'all who loved this. So if y'all want to comment, I'm going to give you just a couple seconds to comment away and let me know. All right. So I'm going to spin this and see who we have for the winner. All right, congratulations, Jeannie. So you are the winner. So I'm really, really excited for you. Way to go. So hopefully you're still on here and you can see this. I know I went really wrong, but congratulations. I'm really excited for you. So you won. What did you win? Jeannie won the Christmas spirit and the foamy hand soap. So way to go. Really, really excited for you. And I'll send you some information on that. Christmas spirit isn't just an amazing oil. It smells good. The immune support, it's a really good blend. And we have a whole foaming hand soap. So you can have this to build out any toxic foaming hand soaps. I highly recommend that you get and swap this in your home because it will make a difference. So that wraps it up, everybody, for our Essential Oils 101. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there. Y'all are amazing. For all of you that watched it, I will hopefully do another one of these classes real soon. And I'm going to try to do more live streams of them as well as in person. And again, get back with me if you are someone who was watching this and wanted to learn more. I'm also giving away anybody who was on the live stream tonight a free Fearless. It's just a book written by Sarah that really helps you to learn. In less than 2 hours, you can read this book on oils and what they do, kind of about the lifestyle. It's a really, really good book. And I want so badly to be able to equip you, empower you with the tools to be able to know better and do better. And just be empowered to be able to make the best decisions for you. So I'm giving away for each and everybody. I'm going to go back and look. Send me your address on a private message and I will send you one of these Fearless books. I don't care if you're on my team or you're not, or if you're going to get a bundle through my referral link, because I want you to be able to have these tools in your hands. So send me your addresses and I will get that sent out to you. So excuse me, y'all have a wonderful evening. Again, thank you for sticking with me for this whole live stream link. Thank you again. I hope y'all gained a lot out of it. Y'all are deeply cared about. And I just hope you gained a lot from this information. So thank you everybody who watched this, or if you're watching this on a replay, #replay, and ask any of your questions, private message me or get back with the person who shared the live stream with you. Thank y'all so much.